Today we're here with telekinesis legend, Nagong legend Sifu Amin Johnny, and Amin, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you know anything about the law of attraction?
I do.
Awesome. So, how can people use the law of attraction in their life effectively?
Well, that's a very general, broad question, but
Okay.
give me a specific example.
Okay, so how can people get more money, for instance, a lot of money into their life?
Okay, well, that's a good question. With money, and like all things, but money is a good one to use as an example because health and relationships is a little more complicated. But with money, it's pretty simple.
Okay, it's simple.
Okay, money is actually a mindset. Okay, and most people have been programmed, whether they realize or not, when they were growing up. Let me take a step back. You ever heard the phrase, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer?
I have, yeah. Many times.
Okay, so why does the poor get poorer and why the rich get richer? It's a mindset. Okay, so what is the difference between a poor person is that they're born into a poor family and they see their
Right, because their mind's conditioned to be like in poverty all the time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And why does a rich person get richer? It's because their mind is
Right, because they're so used to having abundant items and that abundant lifestyle in their life all the
and
time.
that's all they know.
That's
right?
all they know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it really is a mindset, and whether people realize it or not, they've been conditioned to be at the state that they're at when it comes to finance and money. Okay. So there is an abundance out there in the world, and with your mindset, you can change that dramatically. And there's ways to work towards changing your mindset. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So it's all about the mind, huh? Right.
Mindset.
Right. Like some people, may buy, a book. Like there's tons of books here. They might buy a book on how to become an entrepreneur. They might buy a course. They might get mentoring and stuff like that. But in your opinion, without the mind, you can't, become a successful entrepreneur, or you can't become a successful athlete that makes 7 figures a year or something like that. It's all about the mind, in your opinion.
Yes, it is. Yes, that's absolutely correct. That's well said, Ken. And it is all about the mindset. Again, to give you an example, like he was just talking about all those things. He said the word success, okay? And so if you ask a lot of people what is success, they won't really have an idea how to answer you. You go ask 20 people, what is success? And they're like, well, I don't know. That's pretty hard to answer because for what? For one person, success could be one thing that means nothing to another person, just like one person's garbage is another man's fortune. Right. So success is arbitrary, okay, depending on the individual. So the best way to define a success is that you have goals. So to be a successful person with money or an athlete or any things that they can mention is that they all have one thing in common, and it is a goal. And that, so they want success in those things. You want success with money, whatever. So that's a goal. You have to have a goal to start making your brain work for you instead of against you, right? And that goal has to be set, because once you have a goal, then you know where you are, and then you know where you're going. And that automatically makes you a success.
Right. And going back to that, it's all about the mind. So for like a poor person watching this right now, for them to be rich, they have to start, getting around these successful people. They have to start somehow, getting around these abundant things so that they can start manifesting more rich things into their life. Am I correct on that?
You are correct, actually. That's a good point because, okay, so you hear people who are super rich, like someone like Dan Penna. What did he say? He tells you, show me your 5 people around you, and I'll show you, where you're at in life or where you'll be, your wealth level. The reason why these guys have that kind of understanding or mentality is because it's not wrong. I'm going to take you guys back further to school. When you were kids, when you went to school, most of your parents, I bet you said, don't hang out with the F students. Go find the A students and hang around them, because if you hang around the A students, you'll get A's also. If you hang around the F students, you'll be an F student as well. But when you're young, you're like, well, the F students are all cool, the A students are nerds.
Right.
Yeah, all the A students are nerds and the F students are cool. So I'm going to be cool and I'm going to go hang out with the F students.
Right.
And it doesn't pay off in the end, right?
Right.
Okay, but if you took your parents' advice and said, hey, hang out with the A students, you would have been the A student. So that's what you're talking about. You want to surround yourself with people, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we always talk about having a good team. As you see that Ken used to be far away, all the way across the country in Washington while I'm here in Virginia, and now he's here because you make a good team and the team is important.
Right.
How do you feel about team? What is it?
Teamwork is important. That's one of the greatest wisdoms that I feel like Amin gave me, was really truly being a part of a team. Amin has a special skill set. I have a special skill set. Reza has a special skill set.
Yeah, exactly.
And like we form a great team, and that's what really truly creates success, in my opinion.
I believe
that's
that
one of the greatest things that Amin has taught me. So.
Yeah, thank you, Ken. And remember what he just said: teamwork. You gotta find the right team. It's hard to face the world alone, and even with just a partner, it's difficult. Because me and Reza, as you guys have seen throughout the last decade, that me and Reza have been trying to do this stuff alone. But now that we got Ken here, things are a lot more fluid.
Right.
And I'm going to use like an analogy in battle. If you're alone and you're fighting the world, you're fighting an army, it's hard, okay?
Right.
And if you have someone to have your back, that's good, but your sides are still uncovered.
Right.
When you have like a good team, because a team is basically 3 or more people, right?
Right.
Okay, so you have a team, 3 people are usually the best. For whatever reason, I don't know about, if it's numerology or whatever reason, we can talk about that kind of cool stuff later. But
right.
Team, we have 3 people. That means all sides are covered. That means nobody can flank us from anywhere. And even 4 people sometimes might be overcomplicated, because now we'll run into each other if there's all of us making a square and it's, I forgot this side, you got that side, because now we might hit each other. But 3 can cover all the different directions, okay? And you'll see that in your life, how you pick people to work with you or not. When you're going too far and doing too much with too many people, or if you're not doing enough with enough people, okay? So you gotta find the right people, the right team, and the right amount. So there's always a balance, okay? And it's not necessarily because of 3, I'm just saying your team might be 5 people, it might be 10, 15 people, but it's gotta be the right people, okay? Not just the people that you love, that you care, but the people that have the same interests or want to support you, but they still have their own lives, their own agendas and stuff. It has to be people fully committed. Ken is so committed that he took a train for 4 days to get over here. And it was difficult for you, right? But you made it over here, right? And it was difficult because there was a lot of challenges where we had to figure out how to make the money, how to find the time. We wanted to do it ASAP. We literally manifested him coming here ASAP.
Right.
And it took a lot of conviction to do that.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A lot of belief.
Right.
Okay, in what we're doing. We had a goal. So we knew where we were and we knew where we're going, so we were automatically a success.
Right.
Yeah, and that's how we want to approach this kind of stuff in everything we do. Think about something you're good at, okay? So I'm good at making music, okay? And maybe I'm not good at other things in life, okay? Like writing books, even though I write books. But I try to at least do my best and approach it not like, oh, I can't do this, that's too hard. I know I'm good at something, and the way I do that something, I try to apply that to all areas of my life. Do everything I do like the way I do that thing I'm good at, the thing that makes me I'm confident in doing. Okay, even if it's something I don't know, I can just go and try and do it with the right approach. Okay, instead of being negative and putting myself down, I can be like, okay, I'm positive and I can do this. Does that make sense, you guys? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah. All right, that was the Sifu's wisdom, guys. We'll be making more videos like this soon so that we can truly help you empower life, not just doing like telekinetic stuff, which is cool, but we want you to apply those concepts and take them to the real world and truly empower yourself and empower your life so you can be successful in life, because that's what you ultimately want.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Absolutely. So, awesome.
Very good.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Okay. Thank you
Ken.
guys.
Thank you,
Yeah. Ask any questions in the comments, and also, make sure you like and subscribe. So.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Make sure you like, subscribe, join, share, comment, and feel free to reach out. Look in the description below for all the links to all the websites, and stay in touch. See the news, what's going on. We got everything there. You can find me on all social media. You can find us on our websites, and you can support us in any way you like to support us. And Man, the list goes on. Just look in the description. Alright?
Yep.
Take care, you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Sifu, Amin, Johnny out. Thank you, Sensei Ken.
Thank you guys.
Alright. Take care.